Okay, I call the September 6th meeting as Plymouth Community School Board to order. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1.2, any changes to the agenda?
No, there aren't.
We don't need any action. Item 1.3, people in the audience want to address any particular item on the agenda? You have an opportunity later on if you change your mind. Item 2, consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion to open the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone want? So I need a motion to open the meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to open the meeting, set the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, the meeting is open. Now we'll move down to consent agenda. We have a motion and a second, and all those in favor signify. Anybody want to talk about any of the items on the consent agenda? If not, we're moving on to item 3, business transactions. Item 3.1, focus on learning, Lincoln Junior High.
Yes, we have Mr. Galt here with his digital storm mass media program. Would you like to introduce?
We have 8 of our 8th grade students here tonight. We had a mass media night, I think it was 2 weeks ago, okay, under the direction of our teacher, Paula Neidlinger, and they're here to present first a video and then talk about each component of our mass media program.
We are 8th graders at LJH, and we are in our 2nd year of mass media. Together, we make up the LJH Digital Storm Publicity Team. While publicity seems like it's a small job, it's really not. We plan our biannual media night, which is how we get sponsorship to keep our program going. We also work with all the Digital Storm media, and we do record our own TV segment. Mass media has taught us a lot about life, and each day we learn more. Mass media has taught me how to speak in public. I used to be afraid to get in front of anyone, but because of media night and mass media, I can now speak confidently in public. With mass media, I have learned how to manage my time and better plan than I had before. And when we took our field trip to WNDU, it showed me how my temporary role in the program can be applied in real life. And through the program, I've had a chance to do many things because we offer videography, photography, TV, radio, web design, and stop-motion animation. With all the opportunities around me, I'm glad I chose mass media.
Now we would like our Storm TV directors to come up and say a few words.
Hello, my name is Austin Kaiser, and I am an 8th grader at Lincoln Junior High. This is my second year in mass media. Previously, I was a writer, photographer, and videographer in our mass media program. And this year, I am pleased to say that I am one of the 4 directors of Storm TV. I am happy to say that my experience in these 2 years has taught me much, stuff from leadership skills all the way to communicating with others very well. Thank you for your time.
Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Hartman. I am in my second year of mass media. Last year I was an anchor, and this year I've kind of done both anchoring and directing. Mass media has kind of taught me leadership skills and public speaking. Like Grace, I didn't really like to talk in public, but since we've kind of done media night and everything, I've gotten much better at it.
Hello, I'm Emma Janda, and I'm in the 8th grade, and this is my second year in mass media. Last year I was an anchor but only played a very small role in the TV. This year I am director and more bigger of an anchor and do lunch and such. Mass media has taught me how to use all the different equipment that we use inside the studio and has helped me speak slower in front of audiences and such. And that's really it.
Hello, I'm Olivia Simpson, and I'm the director for 4th Hour with these ones. And basically, I do is anchor and mostly editing and do the scripts. This is my second year, and I've learned a lot from Mrs. Nylinger teaching me new things. Talking in front of people, I used to get really shy and stutter a lot and move around a lot. Now, I'm just normally me.
So in our media program, we do stuff from making the announcements, and also lately we've been going out into the community at least once a month. Actually, I believe it was last Tuesday that we went out into the community and talked with Mr. Height about the Blueberry Festival, and we also talked to Mr. Barron over here at the high school, and we did our whole show over there. Thank you for your time, once again.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rachel Galt,
And I'm Marley Mass.
and we are the radio at the LGH Digital Storm. There's another girl who was going to present today, Jenna Aberger, but sadly she could not make it. Basically, in order to access the radio, you could go to our website and go to the Storm Radio tab, or you could use the TuneIn app, and you can listen to us there. Also, we have the ability for live call-in shows. You can call us anytime. Me and Jenna do our show around 1:30, so if you wanted to call us, our number is 574-914-4494. We use a lot of different technology on the radio. We use our computers to write the scripts, and then we use actual, I think it's through the actual IDS network or something like that to view our actual shows. On the radio, we talk about many different things, such as what's going around LGH, like sports, what's for lunch, and even just how our day has been. When we do these radio shows, we can enter them in contests, which she'll be talking about right now.
The contest is the IVS contest. It stands for Intercollegial Broadcasting System. What we do is we enter in, there are at least 50 different categories where we can enter in, and every day we record and we decide what category we want to be in, and we submit to it. In that contest, high schoolers and college students, we are actually the only middle school, junior high middle school, that actually submits to the contest. Last year, I was one of the winners in the IDS contest. Mass media and media radio has taught me a lot about how to manage my time, how to actually speak out loud and speak clearly and not stutter a lot. I've actually learned how to communicate better with my peers, and it's taught me a lot of experiential with mass media.
Radio is a very unique thing in our program. Last year I was in the TV program, which was very fun, but I wanted to try something new, and I tried radio, and I also learned to like slow down when I talk and talk more clearly thanks to the radio. Thank you.
Thank you guys for inviting us tonight, and we'd like to know if you had any questions.
You do this every day?
Yes, it is. For some of us, 5th hour, but there's classes throughout the day. Every day we go in, and we always have a tune out related to media. We're going through terms used in the real world right now of different things in broadcasting. And then we move into our separate things based on what the person chose. So the TV personalities and assistants will go into the studio after they write their scripts, and they'll record the show. Their radio will go to the small radio station and record. We will go and we'll get on social media and say what's about LGH, and then our web designer, who does all of our intros, will sit down and do that. And Mrs. Maglinger, our teacher, will go through and she makes sure everyone is on task and things are getting out on time.
Fantastic.
I had the privilege of attending one of your mass meetings last year, and I was very impressed with the facilities that you have to work with, and also the quality of the people that are doing it. I was amazed. I didn't realize that you were that far advanced, and it was very impressive. You did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you again for having us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Keep up
Great
Nice.
presentation. Now that you're finished, you may stay for the excitement yet to come, or you may exit the meeting if you choose to do so.
Good job, Paul.
Item 3.2, new and revised policies and guidelines, first reading.
So this is the first reading of updates that come from Ebola, and I'm happy to entertain any questions that you have. A lot of them really, as they usually do, are ensuring that our policies are up to date with federal guidelines, regulations, new statutes, and sometimes just grammatical or word insertions to make them make more sense.
Any questions? No. Do we need any action on
No
that?
action tonight, just first reading, it'll be before you next month.
Okay. Moving on, item 3.
Carol, I have a question.
I'm sorry.
Could I ask where the public in general could find those if they want to read through them?
Sure, they're all listed in, through the board link off of our website,
board link.
under board docs.
Okay.
Yep,
Thank you.
Item 3.3, project update.
Yes, the football field, track, band stadium, cheerleader stadium, that is got a small punch list, not very much. A couple of things have to be manufactured, like the handrails with the steps down there where you go in the middle of the stadium. So that's a 6-week period to get that in. So we probably won't see that entire punch list done for at least another 2 months. But it's working just fine. We have a couple of things we have found, and that's we had put in a second ticket booth as an alternate. And as you remember, they came in higher than we thought we were, so we weren't able to accept that. But we have enough block left and enough of the materials left that next summer we could finish that second ticket booth up on the north. And the other thing, we have to put in more handicap spaces, but you can't do that because we've got different colored ones out there, so when we reseal the parking lot, we'll put in more handicap. That's the, really, when people talk to me, they've been very complimentary, except for the people that use a crutch or are, have a hard time getting around. And I called and asked the bleacher company, and actually Andy called, I had him call. We've done it correctly. It's just that because of where a parking lot is, they have to walk a lot farther. So anyway, that's where we are on the football field. Our building, they pretty much finished the HVAC and electricity, and in the last week they've been putting up drywall. So back there right now, if you walk back, you'd see about 90% of the drywall done. Next thing we'll see is that we'll see the false ceiling go in, and while ceilings go in, we'll see some counters and different things like that to finished products. Then the last thing we'll see is painting and moving the furniture into there that we have stored elsewhere. So they expect this to be done right in the middle of October, but they said don't plan anything until November 1st. So that's what we're planning right now, is to get in November 1st. And that's where we are on the project.
Questions? The wrap looks a lot better this time around than when I first saw it.
Yes, it does.
Looks great.
Yeah, if anybody wonders, they really advised us not to use any red on the wrap. They said that would fade very, very quickly, and it would be pink. If anybody asks why it's black and gray, the part down below is red all the way through it, so it's not going to fade. But we use very little red on the stadium, and that's why, because after 5 or 6 years, you have pink. Yeah, everything that was in red is now in pink.
I like the black and gray. I think it looks good. I think it's really sharp.
Well, this crew, I mean, they got it up in a hurry. They were good at it, and I don't think that other crew would have ever gotten it.
Anything else?
No, other than the fact I've heard many positive comments about the facility, and both from Bremen and Plymouth and Warsaw fans, and they were very impressed with it.
Good.
Good job, well done.
Okay, item 4, superintendent's comments, remarks.
Yeah. Commitment to students. Well, we start right off. We still have room for a lot more commemorative bricks to make a great Christmas present, birthday present, graduation present for your son or daughter, or somebody in your family who was in a marching band out here, or who played football or ran track. You make a great thing to do for them. I've purchased 3 or 4 of them for people that I know. Even though I wasn't living here at the time, but I knew they played football here, and so I got them a brick. It's $100 for the smaller brick. You can get 45 characters on it, and it's $200 for the larger brick. You can get 90 characters on it. To purchase one of those bricks, the high school office, the athletic office, and our office right here. Or you can go in on the website and pull down a copy of the ordered one. We got one last week that has the term bulldog on it, so Nancy just decided her dad needs one out there.
Yeah.
She said, "Do you think I should leave bulldog on?" I said, "Heck yeah."
That ought to get him back.
That's what we're trying. All right, caring. Last week, I think you all read in the cross-country race between Plymouth and Bremen, a Bremen runner stopped to help a young Plymouth runner who had fallen and needed some help. And obviously, stopping to help this young man, he knew he was taking any chance of himself winning that race. Well, that young man from Bremen was former LGH teacher Tara Thornton's son. And I contacted Tara and told her we were really proud of him and proud of her for raising such a great son. High expectation. biggest high expectation is for this to come on. PCSC administered the NWEA. It's a new formative test. Last week for the first time. It's our expectation that I lost it. This is real touchy today. It's our expectation for these tests will account for higher I-STEP scores next year at this time. Teamwork. Many groups worked together over the weekend to park cars in the high school parking lot, and you all know what a great weekend it was. Just the right temperature, sunshine, no rain. It was so good that the gross for the parking lot was over $75,000, and that's the highest they've ever brought in. That will go to a lot of different groups. It was good weeks. Integrity. Representative Jackie Warlorski visited WDA last week to have breakfast and to see the community garden. All the students who communicated with the representative behaved at their very best. And enjoyment. I'm sure you all had your favorite places to visit at Blueberry this past weekend. For me, it was one trip in with the grandkids and get an elephant ear and then out. Our next board meeting, we have a budget hearing after this, and then our next board meeting is October the 4th. Before that, we'll have an executive session where we would be doing evaluations of administrators and the principals and superintendents.
What time is the executive?
I'm going to say 6:15. We'll get that out to you as a reminder when we get there close. And that's all I have.
Any comments? Had a gal from out of town, and I asked her if she's going to Blueberry Festival, and she said, "Oh, sure, we're going to take 26 grandkids in shifts."
In shifts,
Shifts. Item 5, other business. Any other business to take care of? Audience participation. Address any of the agenda items or anything? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.